day we were having our DARE lesson, and we were talking about, you know, if someone stole $5 off the teacher's desk, what should you do? And they weren't grasping what I was trying to teach them. They weren't. And so then I changed it up a little bit. I said, all right, now what if that was your $5? Would you want it back? What could you do with that $5? One kid said, he screamed out, man, I could buy a bag of chips. Okay, yeah, good. Another one screamed out an answer. It was appropriate. I don't remember what it was. And then the third answer I got, I could buy some drugs. But he wasn't saying it jokingly. And that's the part that really made me angry, because he wasn't saying it to be funny and get a laugh out of the class. He was saying it honestly. And after I calmed down a little bit, I thought, you know, that's his choice. That's a choice. You can. If I gave you $5, you can buy whatever you want to with it. It's your $5. But that's what he chose. And then I started looking at that kid. I started looking at him. I went and asked the teacher, well, who's his family? Found out his brother goes to the alternative school because he's been kicked out of the normal school. You know, he lives in a drug neighborhood. I found out where he lives. He lives in a drug neighborhood, especially with drugs. Unfortunately, we are a product of our environment. As a small child raised up from a baby, you begin soaking in that is around you. Everything you see, you do, you listen to, it becomes a part of you. So, the one thing I wish I could just tell kids, and really just, you know, all these other lessons and all the rest of this mess, you know, if I could just say, forget that, I want you to learn this one thing. Surround yourself with successful people doing successful things in successful places, and you will be successful. Forget everything else. If you don't learn nothing else, surround yourself with successful people. But the kids I know, they choose to surround themselves with kids that are doing drugs. But I'm not the one doing it. But you're with the people that are doing it. But why are you always looking at me? Because you're with the people that are doing it. And they don't grasp that. I can't be in the car with somebody robbing the bank and the police not stop me and say, hey, what you doing? I was just in the car, man. It don't work that way. You know, study shows that 1 out of 3 songs in our culture mention drug use. 1 out of 3. MIG6, sipping on some, I can't say it, scissor. There we go, scissor. You know, we got Miley Cyrus twerking on TV talking about Molly openly. Alicia Keys and Jay-Z, Empire State of Mind, good song. But in the city that never sleeps, better slip you smell me. You ever thought about just taking a nap? But we promote drugs. I mean, really. Popping pills like Skittles. 1 death every 2 minutes from prescription drug use in our country. 1 death every 2 minutes. So by the time she talked and I talked, there'd be almost 40 people that have passed away from prescription drug use. Over 2,000 teens, 12 to 17, abuse prescription pills daily. 54% of teens are getting them from their family and friends. You know, all of this, I always say, is a waste of time unless you make a choice to choose. You know, every choice is yours to make. I can't make it for you. You know, she can't make it for you. Pastor can't make it for you. No one else can make it for you. You have to make that choice yourself. Surround yourself with successful people doing successful things. You know, I think about my time that I spent in schools. This will be my 3rd year. Excuse me, I said 4, I meant 3. This will be my 3rd year. I've been more drug arrests since I've been in school than I have when I was on patrol. I found more drugs since I've been sitting in one place than I have driving around the entire city of Asheville. And I've seen more kids' lives ruined by drugs than anything else. And I love her statement about your pants hanging down and all this kind of stuff like that. You know, I know kids, they're excited when they get an ankle monitor. Excited. Ankle monitor. That juvenile justice gives you so they can track you. You know that technology can also, it senses the sweat coming off your body and can determine whether or not there's alcohol in that sweat. Wow. And these kids are excited. Man, I don't get my monitor today, man. And all I can do is look at them and say, well, you didn't listen. You didn't make the right choice. But that's all I can say. I don't know what else to say other than you didn't listen, because we talked about this. You know, our kids are, you know, I've seen, we talk about lives ruined. I can tell you athletes that were on their way to college, playing great in high school ball, people driving to come look at them, trying to get them in their college. All of a sudden, they yanked off the team. Henderson County new policy. If you're caught doing drugs on campus or any other drug charges, you are removed from playing that sport. You are suspended from the team. Then you don't have to be convicted of it. You just have to be charged with it. You are removed from that sport for that season. And I know kids, it was their senior year. People, scouts coming to watch them. Can't watch if you don't play. You know, and eventually you're removed from the school. We have an alternative school, and we send kids to those schools. That's not what you want, guys. That's not what you want. You want to be able to say that you graduated from whatever school that you're in right now with the rest of your friends, not that you're over here ostracized away from the rest of your community. You definitely don't want juvenile justice involved in you. You know, you don't want an ankle monitor, have your parole officer stop by the school to see how you're doing, see if you're there. And the sad part is you get labeled as a drug user. The other kids can tell you who you are. Now they might not tell the resource officer, they might not tell the teacher, might not tell the principal, but they go down the hallways talking. Hey, so-and-so was at the party the other day, man. She was smoking weed, but she was high. I saw her, did you see her? And then, unfortunately, when the officers that do work at your school or things like that, we get wind of it, you know, we start looking at you. It's my job, I got to, I have to. And then when you become older, you get your driver's license, and the police officer's behind you at the stoplight, he runs your tag. In the new system that we have, if you've ever been arrested or charged with a drug crime, there's a little word that says DRG comes up every time your license is run. And that means drug. So he knows to search that car if he stops you. That could have been 5, 10 years ago, but it still comes up on your record. These are the things and the choices that you have to make. It all boils down to a choice. So I'll leave you with this. My wife and I were looking at some hotels and stuff the other day, trying to figure out where we're going to stay on the trip that we're going to go on. So we started looking at, you always look at the amenities, because you don't want to stay somewhere that ain't going to give you nothing for your money. So we always start looking at the amenities. And we looked at, you know, both of them, you know. So then I was like, you know, I want to show this in my speech today. I really do. So we're looking at these two places. Here's a place over here, here's a place over here. Okay, they both have free transportation, limo services. They both got services, car transportation. They both got continental breakfast and meals. Both got pillow turn down service. Folks will come and take care of your bedding for you. Free beverages. I like free beverages. They both got free beverages. So this one here, this one here. They both, so far I got the same. They both got laundry service. One is an expensive resort hotel. The other one's jail. You can choose which one. They both give you a ride there. They both give you a ride back when you're done. They both give you a meal. Give you a meal in the morning. Over here, you get 3 hot meals a day. I don't know if it don't taste good, but you get it. Pillow turned down. They give you a little mint over here. Fold your pillows back. Over here, they throw a cot in the room for you. You can sleep on it if you want to. Free beverages. They got the spigot that comes out the toilet for you to drink out of. They both do laundry service. They give you a place over here to wash your own laundry. Okay? Guys, I'm telling you that because it's all a choice. This is a great event, man. Oh, this is awesome. I wish I had this when I was growing up. I really do. But you gotta pay attention, you gotta listen and learn. We can't remove you from being in these situations when you walk out of here. You're going to be introduced to this. Somebody's going to give you a joint. Somebody's going to try to hand it to you. Somebody's going to stand there and watch you want to or try to make you smoke it. You got to choose.